What's good? What's good? What's good? And what's good? How y'all doing out there? We're gonna get ourselves situated and continue on. So, hope y'all doing good today. Hope y'all doing great out here. We're gonna go ahead and talk about my first time working with Tyler Perry. So, hope y'all enjoyed this story. So, it is officially 1 year since I have worked with Tyler Perry. So, how did I start? So I ended up talking to a casting company. I was trying to get into the music industry, but not really be in the industry. I just needed a leg up, get my foot in the door, whether it was Hollywood or whatever the case was. I was in Atlanta for 3.5 years and didn't know how or where to go for this opportunity. So, as a music artist, photographer, videographer, we got to figure it out. So I was this close to leaving Atlanta, and I ended up driving Lyft for a while, and I picked up some guys, some gay guys, and basically they told me this casting company, and then the ball started rolling. All right. So I believe it had to have been like January of last year. The first show I've been in was in November. It was November of 2021. It was the show called Atlanta. Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover, Lakeith Stanfield, and more. So then I did some more shows, and then I did Tyler Perry Studios in January, All the Queen's Men. Didn't know what to expect. Had no clue what I was doing or anything, and I was doing a background. So they told me go take a COVID test. I did that the day before. Had to go to the studios, and then the next day I had to come in. So my experience there. So when you're at Tyler Perry Studios, there's a few things. So first thing first, once you go in, they have security checks like crazy. Ain't no sneaking in Tyler Perry Studios. So I mean, sorry, Charlie, it's not happening. A lot of security, a lot of clearances to get through with being there. But once we got in, we were in. There's a waiting process. So you go in, you get checked because they don't want weapons and stuff like that in there. Then once you're in that room, you get your wardrobe together. So they have wardrobe people that look at you and have clothes for you, or you have your own clothes, whichever one fits. Really great staff. Then they do makeup and hair. They do all of that. And that's when you actually get in. So you might have been there for about maybe 3 hours. For guys, it might be 1 hour. But for women, it might be about 3 hours until they're ready. They got to get a lot of makeup done. Guys pretty much come hair ready with haircuts, stuff like that. My hair's always did usually, and things like that. So what people need to understand about acting is a lot of waiting. When you're in background, it's a lot of waiting. It's 95% waiting, 5% acting. That's just how it is. So if you're a main character, it's 50% waiting and 50% acting. So after we're done with that, we're waiting, and I don't know what to expect. And after 12 to, I believe it was about 14 hours of waiting, they didn't need us, so we were never used. And the same thing happened for about 5 days straight. And I met some guys, a guy that was supposed to be acting with me. My role was on All the Queen's Men. It was season 2, episode 8, I believe, with Eva Marcel, and boy, she is beautiful. Which is a really popular show. I don't watch it, but it's really popular. So that's the show I was on, All the Queen's Men, male stripper stuff. I don't watch it because I'm not into males stripping and stuff like that. But if you're into it, I believe the storyline is actually good. It does look dope. It's a female version of like shoot 'em up, bang, bang stuff. Eva is killing people. So about 5 days, been there for 5 days, from 12 to 14 hours each day. You're getting paid. So you're getting paid to wait. Then the day finally comes. It's like the next week. So we're waiting for another 12 to 14 hours, and they finally call us. My role was Roman's thugs. So I got the whole guns and shit like that. All right. So With being Roman's thugs, there was about 4 or 5 of us. They placed us in places, and this was before we actually got on set. We were like a room away. Once they placed us, we had to go in another room. So we go in the other room, and then they place us. They were about to place us on set, but as they're about to do it, Tyler Perry is right there. He is right here. I did 2 scenes. The first scene I did was when me and another guy were wearing all black hoodies, skull cap type stuff, and we had to walk in a room. It's basically a storyline where a woman is having sex with a man, and she's trying to set him up, I guess. She walks out, puts a robe on, and brings the thugs in as she thinks he's sleeping or not prepared to rob him, I guess. As we walk in, he's supposed to hold a gun up, threaten us, and we're supposed to run. Oh my God, he has a gun. We don't. Anyway, so there's a lot of questions about this. I don't know why we didn't have guns, but hey, it is what it is. It was a great experience. So as we're doing that, or before we do it, it's like a walkthrough that they got us going on. Somebody's telling us what's going to happen. But the thing about acting is no one really tells you what happens or what to do. They tell you the script, but they don't really tell you where to walk, how to look, what to do. They didn't even tell us to run away. It was just like, I asked them, it was my first time. I didn't know what I was doing. I said, yo, so what we do when he holds the gun up to us? And she's like, what would you do in real life? She's like, I don't know. What would you do in real life? I was like, run? So yeah, you run. We're on set. You get to a point where you're on so many shows and it's like you asking people what to do, and the answer is always, I don't know. And it's always, you figure it out. And if they don't like it, they'll figure it out, or you figure it out. And if they do like it, they'll keep it. So I see Tyler Perry, and he has a mask on, but I can't, it's like, is that him? And it turned out it wasn't him. It was another guy that looked like him. But then I actually saw Tyler Perry with his mask on. It's just another guy looked like him. I wouldn't be surprised if he had like a brother or something he put on. But I saw Tyler Perry. Let me tell you something about Tyler Perry. This man is like 6'4". This man is huge. Huge. Tyler Perry is huge. And if y'all want to make the Madea jokes and all that stuff, and here and there, maybe sometimes I will, but bro, Tyler Perry will whoop your ass, bro. I don't know if he can fight, but Tyler Perry is huge. You see how big Madea is. Tyler Perry got like 6'4", 250 pounds or something. This is just a solid dude. And I'm like, and we got masks on because it's like right after COVID. And so I'm like smiling ear to ear because I smile really easily. And I'm like, dang, bro, you're going to have to get in character. You have to get in character. But it's my first time being like in this vicinity. There's cameras everywhere. There's people everywhere. It looks legit. We're in like this big building, but small room because it's like hallway, living room, bedroom. We're going from hallway into the living room, into the bedroom, and running out of the bedroom, out of the living room, into the hallway. That's the scene. So I had to figure out, dude, stop smiling. Stop smiling. Stop smiling. Stop smiling. And thank God I had mask on, because if he saw me smiling from ear to ear, I wouldn't be surprised if he kicked me out. But I was quiet as a mouse. I got my stuff together. Shout out to my boy Mo Shans. But he was making me laugh way too much. And he knows how to get into character. I was new. I wanted to tell Mo, like, yo, shut up, bro, because you're making me laugh. But, I didn't want to be like that. Mo's a really, really cool dude. So we do the scene 2 or 3 times. Go in. See them. Points the gun. Run. We do it like 2 or 3, probably not 4 times, maybe 3 times at max. Tyler Perry films fast. He didn't even want different angles. It was like 3 cameras. Maybe 2 or 3 takes. It probably took 20 minutes, 15. I'm probably doing too much. It probably took 10 minutes. Tyler Perry shoots. He does a scene in maybe about 15 minutes. So about 3 takes and he's done. Sometimes 1 take. He'll 1 take that thing and move on to the next. So that was a great experience. And then I had another experience with Tyler Perry like the next day. So as I said, waiting for 12 to 14 hours, wardrobe, makeup, hair, all that good stuff, getting paid to do so. So it's still cool. I'm at Tyler Perry Studios. It wasn't my dream, but it's a good step into getting my foot in the door of entertainment. Not that I really want to be a big actor, even though I do. But acting is not my primary goal in life. However, I've made it close to the primary thing I've been working on. So Tyler Perry, it's the next day, maybe 2 days later, because with Tyler Perry, you're supposed to film a scene that day, but he pushes things back a lot. He changes things a lot last minute. Nobody knows what you're going to film that day. Like, they have an itinerary type of deal, but you can look at it and read it, but you won't know if you're actually going to film it. He may skip that scene. He jumble things up. The only person who knows what's really finna happen when it happens is Tyler Perry. So that's why people say I don't know all the time, because Boss Man, he makes the decisions on the whim, like that. That next day, we were supposed to be with Eva Marcel. So we walk in on set. They place us. I see Tyler Perry again. Once again, I'm smiling from ear to ear, trying to, like, bro, get it together. Get it together. Get it together. They place me on top of, like, these wooden pallets. They place another guy on, like, a step stool. Big guy. My boy Mo was sitting where Eva sits before she walks in. So he gets to be next to her. Excuse me. And a few other guys. Like I said, we're supposed to be Roman's thugs. Roman is like a dark-skinned dude that's like the op. He owes Eva money, and he has to pay her. He doesn't give her the money. She's like, you know what? I'm glad you haven't paid, because I really wanted to fuck somebody up today. I've been in a bad mood. Stuff like that. So those are supposed to be his thugs. We're supposed to be working for him. However, she switches it up, and they call out numbers. So Tyler Perry was like, all right, I'm going to give all y'all thugs some numbers. He's like 7, 11. He points at me with 11. So, and the funny thing about it, in acting, they don't explain things very well. They gave us numbers, but it's kind of like you had to figure out that was your number. Like, you were pointed at, but it's like this. They didn't say, hey, I'm going to give all y'all a number. You're 7, you're 11, you're 12, you're blah, 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 you're blah, blah, blah. They was just like, okay, 7, 11, 12. I didn't even know that was a part of the scene. I didn't even know her lines. So I guess they assumed we knew her lines. So I just decided to remember 11. So as soon as she said 7, dude put up his gun. So I'm like, oh, that's what we're supposed to. Okay, cool. Figuring stuff out on the fly. 7. 2 seconds later, 11. So I'm up on this wooden pallet, like a bunch of them. They didn't tell me to jump off. I assumed I was supposed to jump off, but I also wanted to jump off because I wanted to be in the scene, but I didn't really know anything about being in the scene. I didn't know where the cameras were going to be. I just jumped off. I kind of thought that's what they wanted me to do, but at the same time, that's what I felt like I would do too. So it's a good idea if they place you somewhere high, and if you're athletic enough to do certain things and the scene is down there and you like supposed to have like an epic something with guns and stuff, you can do stuff like that. They might like it. So they say 11. I jump off. Guns up. Whole time, bro. Let me tell you something about holding a gun, bro. In the scene, your arm gets tired. After about 5 minutes, your arm is done. Your arm is done. And the worst part is when you do it several takes, it's like a workout. Holding this up for a long time sucks, especially when people mess up their lines. But it's cool. I jumped off that thing like 4 or 5 times. I jumped off that thing, it might have been about 6, 7 times, bro. And I was just like, bro, I'm getting tired. Because at the time I wasn't working out. And I have a torn ACL. So, well, not a torn ACL, but I tore my ACL and meniscus in 2009, 2010. And I got surgery at the end of 2016. So you kind of have to worry about certain things like that. But I felt fine. So I jumped off several times, had to get back up, but I couldn't make it look like I was tired. We finally do all that stuff. We go home, whatever. We go on with the future, and it comes out. But before it comes out, when I got home, my body was sore. Like, it was a complete workout. But when it did come out, it came out great. So if you want to check it out, go on my page on Instagram, DeeBrown, L as in Larry, T as in Tom, D as in David, Dee Brown LTD. So if you want to check that out on Instagram, it's pinned on my post. You'll see it's the second one. You'll see Eva's face. Appreciate y'all for watching, joining in, and all that good stuff. This is my first time working with Tyler Perry, and I'm going to give y'all other stories and things like that in the future. So be blessed, be great. Once again, it's your boy Dee Brown, and we are out of here. Side note, I'm going to Thug's trial tomorrow if they don't kick me out. So I'll be with y'all on that soon. So